Good afternoon, I'm Casey. How can I help?
So I've just been offered my dream job in London. If I was to take it, I would have to move there for a minimum of 10 years. Sorry, it's really exciting. I'd get to see all of Paris, all of London. I'd get to go to Paris and see Big Ben and the Eiffel Tower, and I've always wanted to go to Euro Disney, always. And the job itself, I'd have more responsibilities, but I'd also have more free time, if that makes sense. It's a lot more money, which is always good. The boss has actually offered to fly me home, or me and my partner home, 4 times a year. All expenses paid, so flights, accommodation, some spending money even, as well as my normal pay while I'm away. So boss seems excellent. It's triple the money that I'm getting now. Like I said, it's my dream job. It's something that I've always wanted to do. I'll be able to eventually travel to other parts of the world and do business there. But I'm also very confused. It's created a lot of confusion, and I just don't know where to go from here.
Okay, so you seem very excited about this new job opportunity.
It is very exciting.
What's causing the confusion for you?
Well, one, I haven't actually spoken to my partner about it yet. He'll be happy for me with the fact that I've been offered my dream job. But I don't think he'll want to come with me. Purely because his parents are quite ill. They're in their 80s and they're rather ill. His father's not long had a heart attack. And I honestly don't think he'll want to leave them. Besides the fact that he loves our house, loves our neighbours. He's got his dream job. But yeah, we've just recently started talking about starting our own family, which is for him taken a lot because of previous relationships, and it's taken him a bit to actually be ready, or think that he's ready to start a family and actually say, okay, well, let's try. And I think if we were to move, or if I were to move, he might change. Not change, but his feelings may change.
So you're feeling though, if you move to London by yourself, then or he goes with you, either way, there's a chance that you may not be able to have your family. If you go there, is that where you're at? Or?
I honestly don't think he'll want to leave his family. He has travelled around Australia before, but it's never been for very long. He'd go away for a month or 2 and he'd come home and see his parents, and he'd go away for a couple of months and come home. I don't think moving to London for a minimum of 10 years is something that he would want to do. Maybe after his parents had passed on, he may think about it, but I'm worried that if I was to wait till then, which you never know how long that's going to take. Well, it sounds really bad. I don't think I'll get this job opportunity again. I don't think I'll ever be offered the job again. So I I'm terrified of asking him because I think I know what he's going to say, but I don't know what he's going to say. So
Have you discussed your situation with anyone else, or?
I spoke briefly to my mum about it. Didn't really get a lot off her, but I have spoken to my sister. Now, she's quite younger than I am. She's 10 years younger than me. She's got 2 kids, and she's irresponsible. She doesn't have a job. She doesn't have a license. I'm always driving her places. I'm always looking after her kids so she can go out and party. When I spoke to her about it, she got rather upset because by me leaving means the responsibility of looking after our parents and my disabled brother would fall onto her. She doesn't want that responsibility. I honestly don't think she could handle that responsibility. I have thought about if I was to take the job to actually hire somebody to look after my brother full time, and then just people just to every now and then drop in on my parents, just to make sure that everything's alright, just to fix things here and there and that sort of thing.
Do you feel you may be afraid of telling your partner because of the reaction you got from your sister? Do you think that might have something to do with why you won't discuss it with your partner?
Yeah, maybe. All I really got I got nothing from my mother really. All I got from my sister was negative and nasty, and how it's such a bad idea, and I'm wasting my life by doing it, and I'm giving up everything, and I don't see how that is when I'm getting my dream job. But I do think that could be a reason, because I'm terrified that I'm going to get the same negative reaction from him, and that's not what I want from him. I want to be able to sit down and talk about it and work out what's best for both of us, and sort of go from there. But I'm terrified of actually talking to him about it.
Are you scared that he may say that to go by yourself, or?
Yeah. He's always been one for me. He always wants me to do what I want to do. So, like I said, I really don't think he's going to leave his parents. I do think he would come up with a suggestion of me going by myself, which I've thought about. I think if we were, because we have just started talking about a family, if I was to move to London and he was to stay here, then I think we'd have to wait until I got back for the 10 years, because we'd obviously want to be together to start the family. So by me being over there and him being here, we couldn't start a family. So that's another 10 years, which means our kids won't meet their grandparents, for one, because I don't think either of our parents will last another 10 years, unfortunately. Sorry.
That's okay. I understand that this is quite a hard decision for you to make. Um, is there any other way of looking at it, or
What do you mean? Sorry.
it's alright? Do you intend on addressing this with your partner? How do you feel about taking the job possibly by yourself or going with him? Just how is it making you feel being in this position?
Okay. I'm excited, but I'm nervous. Like I said, it's my dream job. It's something that I've always wanted to do. Always. It'll, yeah. The money will be phenomenal. Like I said, I'll get to travel. I'll get to meet new people. Basically, start a new life over there. But by doing that means I'm leaving my life I have now. And I don't want to do that either, because my friends and my family and my partner, his family, everyone's here. I have a life here. It's a good life here. Families, we have our disagreements and our arguments, but we always sort them out. So I'd have to, by taking the job, there'd have to be a few things that I have to finish here before I could actually go over there. I mean, I've got to finish my studies. I've still got another couple of months left, a few more assessments. But he knows about that, and he's happy to wait for me to finish that before I move over. See, even by finishing my assessment and my studies, here I'd be able to open doors as well. I'd be able to do different things. It's so confusing. I want this job so bad, but I don't want to leave either.
Would the studies that you are yet to complete, you said that they would be able to open doors as well. Have you looked into whether or not you want to try that way, that direction, or would it provide a similar sort of opportunity for you?
It would create. I have looked at the job. Obviously, before I did the study, I knew sort of what I wanted to do. I had always had my dream job. That's been there forever. And then never thought I was going to get it. So I started this course, and like I said, there's a few different things I can do with my diploma. But nothing compares to my dream job. Like, it's my dream job. So, I mean, there is a few things that I'll be happy doing if I was to stay here, like through jobs I could get with my diploma and everything.
Yeah.
I'd be happy. But I think I'd always, I wouldn't want to, but I think I would resent, say, my partner and my family. Not on purpose, but because of them I didn't get my dream job. But then again, if I went and moved over to London and stayed there for 10 years, I think I'd resent myself because I moved away from my family. I didn't get to spend that time with my parents. I didn't get to spend the time with his parents. If he doesn't move over with me, I may not start a family for another 10 years, and then I just don't know if in another 10 years he's going to feel the same way as he does now. Will he meet someone new and start a family with her while I'm away? Will we try the whole long distance thing? I just don't know.
It all sounds very confusing. What are your hopes? Are you're mentioning that you want to stay, you've got your family, you've got your partner, you got your other job opportunity there. But on the other hand, that's your dream job. You seem very excited about that job. And it is a hard situation. Do you see, or do you find, if you discuss it with your partner, that might help make a little bit more of a decision?
I'd like to hope so, but like I said, I think his family issues, as in his parents being so sick and old, don't say that. His mother doesn't like to be called old. She's a lovely, that woman. Anyway, yeah, I'd love to say yes, he'll come with me. We'll move to London. We'll start a family. I'll have my dream job. Then again, I don't want him to resent me for making him move over there and not being with his family and being able to help them out and not being able to be here when they passed, if they were to pass while we were over there.
And how do you feel about leaving your ill parents and your disabled brother?
Terrified. I'm terrified. I know I can't leave my sister in charge. She's just too irresponsible. Like I said before, I'm looking after her as well. Not as much as I have to look after my brother and my parents, but like I said, I look after her kids so she can go out and party. I do her washing. I cook for dinner for her kids the majority of the nights because she doesn't know how to cook. I pay half of her bills majority of the time because she doesn't have a job and she just spends the money that she does get on. She doesn't have a license, so I'm always driving her everywhere. Everything she needs to get for the kids, I have to take her to go and get because nobody else will. Otherwise, the kids don't get it. So I can't leave her to look after them. I know that. So if I was to go, like I said, I'd have to hire someone. At least then I know that they're getting the care that they need. It actually hurts to think that you can't leave your sister with that sort of responsibility. I mean, I'm the oldest. I've always been there for both of them, and she's never really had to have the responsibility, but sorry.
That's fine. Take time. It seems as though you've considered your family, your brother and your parents. You've organised, or you've thought about organising care for them. You going away would also mean that your sister would have to take responsibility for her own actions, her own children, and actually her life in general.
Yeah.
So that's really good that you've considered all those aspects. So not only would you have less responsibilities, like in your own personal life, it would be a lot of pressure off your shoulders. So from what I can gather, your main concern here is your partner. You're not sure whether you can leave and go to this job without him. Am I in the right direction? Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. That's great. Okay, well, I think we've covered a lot this session. We'll just have a little think and maybe even discuss things with your partner and see where we lead to with that. And we'll pick this up at the start of next session, not the end. That would be pointless, wouldn't it? Okay, done. You're welcome to